So David has to work this morning. While he's working, I'm gonna go ahead and work in the greenhouse and in the garden. I wanna give you a little tour, show you what I'm up to. I'm gonna warn you, I am not the most amazing gardener, but I do manage to make food for my family. Tell you this, I experiment. I don't take anything at face value. I try different things for two reasons. Number one, cost efficiency. We do not have a big budget, and there are some things we choose to spend our money on that we may not choose for other things. And secondly, if you can't get it at the store, what are you gonna do? If I can't buy peat moss, or if I can't get perlite, or if I can't get other certain amendments, what would I do? So I do like experimenting with different things. But let's be honest, honestly, it's a cost thing, first and foremost. Unfortunately, we had let the garden weeds get really out of control last year. So we had some major overhaul of the garden. We started by putting pigs on this area over the winter, and they did the majority of the work. So we've borrowed a tiller from a friend to do the rest. But first, I need to pill up these Egyptian walking onions. Somehow they've miraculously survived vicious weeds and rooting pigs. We've never really had the money to pre-amend our soil in the garden. It's always been add-ins through the season. But this year we've decided to add some before we plant. Once David is off work, he's running out to get me some composted cow manure. But while I'm waiting, I'm going to get some things done in the greenhouse. I try to cut some corners by only using garden soil that I had bought last year to do my starts with. It is not working that well. I put everything at the end of the year in a big bucket, and what it did is it collected grass seeds. Some of these, like my oregano, I've grown some really great grass in, but no oregano. So I bought some peat moss to go ahead and mix in with the dirt. And we're going to see if that makes any difference with my plants. Hopefully it will. I did get some tomato plants. No. I did get some tomato plants like these. But they look like they're not lacking nutrients. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some good stuff with it. So I went ahead and got 3 bags of sphagnum peat moss that had some fertilizer infused into it. And I'm going to put that in with my leftover garden soil. Alright, so I have approximately equal parts of the peat moss and quote-unquote garden soil that we had bought last year that we used and are reusing. So I'm going to mix these two together, and this will be my compound for my seed starts this year. Let's see how it works. For the things that were starting to grow real nice in the greenhouse, I decided to repot them in this new mix. But look, I got 2 different plants here. Oh, you could. Look at the difference between, this is just the regular quote-unquote garden soil we got last year from Walmart, but I mixed that with the sphagnum peat moss, sorry, and it's so much different. I think this is going to be so much better for the plants. So, also, I had put 2 seeds in each pot, and in where there are places that 2 grew up, I split them up. I took this opportunity to split them up. Don't be afraid. Don't pull and throw. You can have a whole nother plant. And here comes David with my composted cow manure. all of the composted cow manure is spread out. Now I have to till it in and this garden bed will be ready. I know that this isn't near enough cow manure for this size garden. This is a 50 by 60 garden and we got 30 bags. However, we did allow the pigs to be here for 2 months and they left their droppings behind and they tore everything up. They tilled it themselves. Between that and using rabbit poop when I plant and then covering this with hay that has goat feces, this will be perfect. I realized doing this that I actually really enjoy tilling. It gives me lots of time to think and pray through things. Garden number 1 complete. Oh wow, that was a good day though. You have a rough life. Yeah. I'm gonna take a break from the garden and go down and see how the pig pen is coming along. We have a new area set up for the pigs so they can get them out of my back garden and till that up next.
Get down there. Yep. I got this. Atta boy. Now rotate, Nancy. There you go. Keep going, guys. Yep. What's the hole over here?
How's the pig pen coming?
The new pig pen area almost done. I've got a small section of wire I need to put up over here so it keeps them out of the fruit tree so they're not eating and tearing up the roots over there. We've got this big pasture area which I think is close to the same size it was before, maybe a little bit bigger. I'm gonna go down in that tree line a little bit to give them some shade during the summer months, since we're gonna have them during summer months. Right here you can see that we've got a reusable trampoline. The chickens, too bad chickens. It is now the pig trampoline.
And I'm gonna leave a link above because I talked about this and 3 essential recyclable items you can use on your farm.
Recyclable items, link above, down below somewhere, one side or the other, but the link will be there for reusable items. We're reusing this trampoline. It's gonna be the new pig shelter, at least to keep them out of the sun. And underneath, there's already a little hole, not hole, but it's a depression there. And we're gonna fill that up with water and let them just wallow in it, and they're gonna feel great. It'll be like their pig swimming pool.
I like that, babe, because in the summertime, it won't evaporate as quick if it's under that.
I think so.
That's a good idea.
I think that's a good idea. I just got a little bit more hot wiring to do, and we're gonna get the pigs in there. And
bring on the pigs!
Bring on the pigs. So we'll get a video of that here in just a second.
Content pigs. You guys are gonna get a new space. Dad's making you a new space, guys. You can die from drinking from the water hose. New hose taste, huh?
New hose taste.
We worked really hard today.
Yeah, it's a good day. I mean, we needed a good day's hard work considering all the stuff that's happened on the farm lately.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. That's pretty cool.
Thank you for working so hard.
Likewise.
Anyway, okay, so back to what we were talking about. Why did we feel the need to move the pig pen back here when we had a perfectly good pig pen next to the bucks?
Oh, up closer to the house. Well, number one reason we found out is if you confine your pigs to a small area, yes, they're gonna clear out everything there, which is good. That's what I wanted. Yeah. However, it's on the side of a hill. It's not a steep hill, but a hill nonetheless. And they literally turned that small area into a mudslide. Yeah. I mean, it is a mess over there, and it's that part right now it's just not usable except for the goat. So I'm gonna extend the buck pen into that area so at least they've got some extra room to be able to run around in and stuff. That's about all it's good for right now. So we needed some flatter ground with this particular breed of pig, the American Guinea Hog, and that's what we've got here. Is we've got some flatter ground. It does, I don't know if you can see by the tree line, it drops there again. I mean, that's just the way our property is, as we have a lot of hills. All the acres that we have here, which is not a lot, I would say a third of it is on hills, and so it becomes challenging when raising pigs anyways.
Because it's the kind of pig we were trying not to raise them in a pen area.
Right. We didn't want to raise them in a pen area the entire time. We wanted to put pigs on pasture. We got plenty of grass and other things for them to eat, except that a lot of it's on a hill. And for us, 18 months of raising an American guinea hog on a hill will just destroy the land. From that point, we might want to consider a different breed of pig that we only have to raise for 8 months or so, and maybe they won't tear up the ground as much, and then we can keep using the pasture again over and over, at least for an 8-month period of time.
Yeah, because if we do a conventional pig,
yeah,
we're gonna pig pen them anyways. We're not gonna pasture. The only reason we tried the American guinea hog is we wanted to try a pig that we could pasture. We have plenty of land, as David said, but they will tear everything to pieces, and we could not move them enough to keep them fed in 18 months. And we were going to breed. There's no way, if we had a half a dozen pigs, we don't have enough pasture.
No, not usable pasture unless somehow we utilize the hills a little bit better. I don't see how we can do that. I think the hills that we have on our land is more suitable for goats and cattle, but we don't have the infrastructure in place to have even one cow
I don't even
on
think
our
we
property.
Have enough we don't have even enough grazing.
Well,
area
I
for
think
cows.
we do.
We would have to buy hay.
No, there's plenty of stuff to eat around here for those cows, but we couldn't have a lot. But we don't have the fencing, we don't have the infrastructure or the water in place for them, so that's out of the question right now.
And we need 7 gallons of milk a day. I love my goats.
I was just thinking more beef, steaks,
Yeah,
that type of cow,
there's
not
that.
the milk cow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
All right, well, I got to get back at it. I got to finish it up before the pigs find their way out here and the hot wire's not lit up yet, so let me get back at it.
You can see how they've started to tear up the roots here, so we don't want them to kill my peach tree. So there you go. Hey, what you doing now? I thought you were done.
Well, I have to deconstruct the old pig pen area,
Okay.
and this is a lifesaver. This was like $9.99 at Tractor Supply. Bought 2 of them. We got 2 strands, and it's plenty big enough. It's not the giant size one to reel up all the wire. We don't have tape, the poly tape, but we've got the wire for the electric fencing, and this is the best way to roll it up so that we can store it without it coming unraveled. I just set it on the shelf in the shop, and it's done, and it's ready to be used for next time.
Awesome.
This is people don't know about this. Go ahead and get a couple of these, and that way you can store your old wire.
Good idea. Yeah, you got kind of quite a bit there.
What do you mean?
Just showing how
Oh,
much
yes.
there is. So Wilbur, Scotty, you guys like your new area? Yeah? I guess that's a yes.